And I said, well, most of our people are from Boise, and I didn't want them to have come that far just to look at grass, you know. So what we did, we put him out there on the porch and set him up against the lattice. And cold spell set in, just kept him harder than a cart. However, the other day, sun come out, and he commenced to get fleshy. And his face dropped a little bit, and but I tell you, Mr. Lytle, even in death, there's humor. My eldest boy, Lamar Jean, twisted the deceased hand around and put a softball in it.
For over 30 years, Johnny Carson interviewed the biggest stars in the world. But there was only one guest who completely hijacked the show every single time, because he operated without a script, a filter, or any sense of logic.
Miss Lugridge?
Yeah, Miss Alan Lugridge.
Whether he was improvising the most absurd, twisted rural tragedies on live television.
Guy came up the other day, he said, you got any funny drinks in there, you know, any fruitcake? I brought him a fruitcake, and of course it blew up on him before he got to the car.
Jonathan Winters possessed a dark, chaotic imagination that turned even the most wholesome topics into absolute madness.
I'm going to be out pretty soon.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have a girlfriend yet?
Yeah, I've got a girlfriend in the 9th grade.
Well, that's ninth grade.
I'm in the 3rd.
Isn't she a little old,
It
advanced?
doesn't make any difference.
Well, but-
physically, she's gangbusters.
I know, but...
With an endless arsenal of spontaneous personas, he was the undeniable king of unpredictability. Buckle up, because we are looking at the absolute wildest moments of Jonathan Winters. 1. When an interview becomes a circus, Jonathan Winters takes over. Inventing wooden limb destruction shows sheer improvisational madness. Hilarious flood casualties approach next. To recount massive agricultural death with casual poses proves supreme comedic confidence. A sudden military transformation happens next. Mind wiped blank. The guest blames extreme weather for his confusion. This spontaneous brilliance remains unmatched forever. 2. The legendary Jonathan Winters pranks. In this appearance, Jonathan Winters transfers his unpredictable madness onto the prestigious television stage. A bizarre wardrobe confession opens this strange encounter.
New for me. Was in a fire sale, and I grabbed it up. I'm not proud. A lot of my things are used. The shoes I bought those in the same sale. Not ashamed of that. It was a fire sale.
Behind closed doors, this comic genius invents ridiculous personas to confuse random callers. An unusual pet grooming excuse follows next.
One of my favorite stories, I love to, maybe, you know, be an old person, and someone will say, hello, is Jonathan Winters there? And I'll say, no, the boy is in the basement. He's combing the kitty. Say, well, who's this? Well, I'm just an old man who wanders around his house. And
To harass a childhood friend requires tremendous creative effort and severe intoxication. The ultimate morbid prank call begins soon.
his name was Art Lytle, and he and I had gone to school together, and he was a funeral director. And so I called him, and I assumed a character, and I knew that he hadn't seen me or heard my voice in a long, long time. So I knew I was home free. And I called him up, and he owned and still does to this day, the Jackson Lytle Funeral Home in Springfield. And so I said, hello, is Mr. Arthur Lytle Jr. there? And he said, yes, speaking. And I said, is this Arthur Lytle Jr.? He said, yes. I said, well, this is Elwood P. Suggins, and I live out on the Lakewood Beach area. And my brother passed away here Sunday week, and...
What starts as a simple fake death announcement turns into supreme absurd fiction. A bizarre winter storage solution approaches next.
Long pause. And he said, how long did you say he'd been dead? I said, well, he passed away here Sunday week. He said, good Lord, man, where have you got him? And I said, well, most of our people are from Boise, and I didn't want them to have him come that far just to look at grass, you know. So what we did, we put him out there on the porch and set him up against the lattice. And cold spell set in, just kept him harder than a cart.
Because he commits to the character, the fake tragedy reaches unbelievable heights. Sick sports humor delivers the final punchline.
However, the other day, sun come out, and he commenced to get fleshy. And his face dropped a little bit, and but I tell you, Mr. Lytle, even in death, there's humor. My eldest boy, Lamar Jean, twisted the deceased hand around and put a softball in it.
A master of vocal disguise, the entertainer traps innocent workers in surreal conversations. An impressive split personality demonstration arrives next.
Who are you? And he said, well, this is Mr. Cavendish, and I'm with Ben and Bowles or something, and I'd like to talk to Mr. Winters. He said, you mean Johnny? Let me see if I can find Roundo. So, gee, they're going to see this guy at the other end of the phone. So I then shifted my voice. I said, hey, Roundo, come on in. There's a phone call for you. Get on it. So I said, hello, this is Jonathan Winters. And then the guy at the other end said, who was that I was talking to? I said, I'm on the phone, too.
During his armed forces service, he risked immense trouble for one simple laugh. A dangerous military confrontation concludes this madness.
And Grandma 1 minute. And, hey, honey, you know.
That would,
a lot of guys didn't understand
that would shake up a barracks late
and
at night,
I turned,
yes.
I'll never forget, to a full bird colonel, and did a voice on him, which I'll never forget. And I said, oh, sir, what is your name?
Little sense of humor.
3. The most bizarre childhood ever. Jonathan Winters' Christmas disaster.
So I went over to kiss him, which, you know, even in the 30s you could do that. And it was, most fathers would point, here, never here. So I get, full blast. And so it was at that time with wet shoes that I stepped on the track.
Through an absurd holiday accident, Jonathan Winters reveals his twisted comedic imagination. A strange complaint about senior citizen models begins the actual interview.
I just
It's
got
interesting, a woman 75, shriveled, you know. Nothing on hey, I'm not against people. I'm getting shriveled myself, especially there. Yeah.
I'm looking for one.
What are you looking for?
I'm just looking for one.
Take your time. You won't be graded until well after 8. Pencils down. Time's up.
What sounds like a professional artistic struggle becomes a hilarious visual joke. As the conversation continues, a famous cheap education program receives massive ridicule.
I did a combination and was still turned down. I did.
You mean they turned somebody down?
Oh, sure. I did the parrot, apparently on the wrong shoulder, of the pirate. And then I did the pirate eating the parrot. And the guy sent me a heavy-duty letter. He said, obviously, you got big.
To fail a simple matchbook drawing test proves supreme creative incompetence. From adult failures, the comedian pivots toward early childhood educational trauma.
Kindergarten was a problem. Kindergarten was a problem for me. I remember trying to make a clay rabbit and had all day. You know, usually you should be able to make one before lunch. And I just like this, and Mrs. McCauley came over.
This minor clay sculpture disaster forces a ridiculous academic decision. A self-proclaimed intellectual, the boy chooses total isolation over standard schooling.
But I fooled her. I was kind of a papier-mâché intellectual. I went around her, skipped the first grade entirely, committed myself to the attic, and stayed there. Read a lot of magazines, and listened to the squirrels wandering around, and then came down in time for the second grade. And
Because he hides with rodents, his educational path takes a surreal turn. How his intoxicated father dresses for winter creates another unforgettable image.
You know, here's a little rosy-faced kid, sort of angelic. I was in those days, and I'd put on makeup. A kid down the block was a little different from me. And put on little discs, you know, and I was trying to do the Nutcracker Suite and everything. And I'm looking at my dad, this is December 24th, you know, Christmas Eve. We're going to set the train up, and he's in a seersucker suit and a swimming trunks, you know. I was just...
Amidst holiday chaos, inappropriate seasonal attire adds profound visual humor. The ultimate miserable childhood gift concludes this tragic holiday reflection.
So, stockings were filled full of just walnuts, and that's a bummer, gang, you know. A stocking full of walnuts? Oh, another one. Tell them
Surprise, surprise.
4. The wild past of Jonathan Winters, drunk driving, and bizarre tattoos. Jonathan Winters shares his wild past with absolute comedic brilliance. On the national broadcast, a dangerous highway confession starts this madness.
You've been off of the sauce for
Oh, yes.
a number of years.
15 years. Yeah, I'll put that on the shelf. I went at it pretty good.
Well, we
a couple
both,
of big jugs a day.
Yes.
And was completely out of focus.
Yeah.
You drink 2 of those funny jars, and...
I remember...
well, when you're doing, 75, 80 miles an hour, going down the wrong freeway, the traffic coming against you, that's a little frightening to them and you.
What begins as normal traffic humor becomes pure fiction. To escape a severe ticket requires an immense creative deception.
He said, "You've been drinking." And I said, "Officer, I have." I said, "I'm so glad you stopped me." I said, I just experienced an earthquake about 20 miles back, and the bridge collapsed. I had to drive around. I gave him a story. I told him an earthquake, an electrical storm, saw a plane land in a field, and all the time the guy's just doing this. Wonderful, very funny, very funny. And gave me a check. Not a check. Gave me a ticket.
You may have asked.
Because he invents insane natural disasters, the veteran officer shows confusion. A master storyteller, the guest next recalls a bizarre hotel incident.
And we set out there because we wanted to take one of the shrubs into the...
I remember
that?
we sat on the pool, we were completely clothed, and just put our legs in the pool, shoes and everything on.
to cool off.
That's when I knew it was time to stop.
Wet and confused, the entertainer admits his physical limits. During his armed forces service, an absurd skin art encounter happens next.
Tattoo people are strange, the guys that put the tattoos on they're covered with them, of course, walking advertisements. And a guy had an eagle. I remember he just had a pair of khaki pants on and some funny little sandals. This was the guy that had the needle and was doing the tattooing. And a huge eagle, one of the biggest eagles I've ever seen in my life. And had the head of a human being. And that's when I knew I didn't want a tattoo. So when I saw that, I passed.
This mutated creature creates profound personal terror. Whoever views his personal canvas art expects abstract chaos soon.
That's the title of that one is called Two Birds Watching Doris Day's Cat and Dog Drown. And you see the little kitty?
Yes,
the kitty?
a little kitty there.
The kitty's down below, and the doggy on top, you see.
Yeah.
While the crowd recovers, more twisted visual humor arrives. An innocent winter greeting, the final mechanical bird brings huge laughs.
That
I like that.
I'm giving out this year, a simple, kind of almost a primitive thing with little cardinals in the snow.
No, but I like that. That's very pretty.
And one of the little birds, if you can see, has a key in his back. And
one of the birds
one of the little
has
birds, yeah. You see the little key right there?
Yes, it does.
Has
The
a little
bird on
key
the ground has
a
a...
bird on the ground has a key in his back, and he represents one of the toys among the real things.
Through these unpredictable tales, the legend cements his unique status. His bizarre mind remains an unmatched American television treasure. 5. When comedy turns violent, the bizarre stories of Jonathan Winters.
She said, I gave him away to the mission. I said, that's all right. You know, that's okay, the poor kids. But you should have written me. You know, those last hours in Philadelphia where I discharged. And I said, please, why, you should have let me know. And she said the line I'll never forget. She said, well, sweetheart, how did we know that you were going to survive?
Jonathan Winters reveals his dark family humor through a brutal childhood memory. A strange literary confession. The actual interview begins next.
Did your wife suggest you should not use a secretary?
Yeah,
Was that your
right away. She said that ballpoint pen, get on it. And so I went down the basement and between jobs, wrote this little 216-page book.
Modern technology loses to a cheap pen and basement isolation. Bizarre holiday violence approaches soon.
I always wanted to do that as a kid. Go, ooh, watch the big rubber turkey. Terrible. You're a violent child. I stuck it in a real turkey. He went at me.
This disturbed boy attacks live poultry without hesitation. What becomes an alternative version of American history follows next.
And, of course, the boat went right into Plymouth Rock, and they swam ashore. And then they got up on the rock, and everybody prayed, usually on the rock. And those that didn't pray were cuffed around a little bit. And by the minister, you know, hey, don't you believe? You don't believe?
Pious founders become abusive religious fanatics in this absurd tale. From the indigenous perspective, strange fashion critiques happen next.
Quentin Iroquois and Seneca, and he was saying, look at the buckles on the dummy. And, of course, it was something for an Indian because he had no buckles. You know, good waist, tight, and maybe a rubber band, but certainly not a buckle. And it'd say, Watikwa Nokoa. And then the guy had buckles on his shoes. Hey, no wonder they were not wanted right away. And then the buckle...
Native observers judge the odd European accessories with pure confusion. A massive agricultural disaster, the bird massacre, arrives soon.
In the beginning, we raised turkeys back in the late 30s. We had about 600 of them. And I thought it was early snow, but it was just white turkey. And we just went out there with full shot, about 12 shot, opened up and got a lot of them. And then I had heavy grief over that.
Severe winter weather confusion causes tragic flock casualties. Sick elder care techniques conclude this segment.
And I watch her, and then we watch the movies together, and I get her to the window so that she can look at the kids. You know, just drag her out of bed and over at the window. Go ahead, look at her. Put it on F6 and put it on CU, close up, you know, and then I drop her out of the window. Kids will play with her for 2 or 3 hours. Yeah. Well, they've dragged her around and wore her back.
His unpredictable rural characters treat extreme domestic abuse as casual fun. The brilliant comedian turns profound darkness into immense laughter. 6. Pure festive madness. Jonathan Winters and the Exploding Fruitcake. Jonathan Winters transforms standard holiday broadcasts into bizarre comic adventures. A massive fake dog sled journey begins this madness.
Yeah, I can see that.
I started from Alaska about 6 days ago, seriously.
I see.
We're not talking about skateboards, you know, and little rollers or things like that, or a car. I had 16 dogs, and I want to tell the people out there this. They were not live dogs because...
The frozen wilderness tale takes a sudden, twisted turn. An unexpected human sled dog provides sick comic relief.
I see.
They looked like they were real. The guy was real, and he had full leather on. I whipped him pretty good. And he turned around and smiled and said, I love it.
Yeah, well.
Innocent seasonal traditions become dangerous weapons in his mind. An explosive baked good destroys an annoying neighborhood visitor.
Guy came up the other day. He said, you got any funny drinks in there, you know? Any fruitcake? Right. I brought him a fruitcake, and of course it blew up on him before he got to the car.
Extreme domestic tension ruins normal festive gift exchanges. His tough spouse delivers massive disappointment with zero remorse.
and used.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And she said, I'm not putting out 45 grand for a car, you clown. So I said, would you get something around 15? You know, I could drive something that's halfway decent. So she said, yeah. So this year, a couple of weeks ago, I said, what are you, kind of like a little kid.
Sure. What do you get?
I'd like to play a little boy, because sometimes you can sucker them in. She's about my age. And so I leaned in and I said,
What are you getting me this year?
Big Mama. She doesn't like that terminology. And she said the same thing you got last year. So
Childhood memories feature severe backyard destruction instead of joy. A classic weapon gift causes tragic neighborhood animal casualties.
BB rifle.
Yeah? Well, a Daisy BB gun.
Got the guy next door. Picking those things out of his head.
Oh, Johnny Winters, yeah.
Oh, no, I'm kidding about that because I know there are a lot of children listening. I did load up, though, and fire up in the sky.
Yes.
And a couple of squirrels got it.
Yeah.
The genius comedian switches personas without any warning. An ancient woman extorts massive cash for simple stick figures.
Highly by Grandma Moses. I'm 94 years old.
94.
And the clown on the NBC hour always says, another pretty woman, you know. Oh, geez. Any rate, we don't mention his name. He knows who he is. Wears several rugs, and then he's bald. Any rate, I have these little cards, and they're simple. Because, there are a lot of simple people out there.
Right.
So I draw, for instance, just a stick figure and then little circles of snow.
Oh, that's nice.
And sell the card for about $56.
Fraudulent holiday greetings lead to another chaotic character shift. An angry houseman destroys the peaceful, festive atmosphere.
I've asked you never to come in here at this time of year. Your mouth full of that tobacco, you nasty man. Grasshopper and Levi's, get out of here.
Well, listen, you ladies lay up there in bed and suck on that eggnog. That's your dog here. Come here, Growler.
7. The wildest drinking stories. Jonathan Winters meditates in the snow. Jonathan Winters turns severe traffic violations into pure comic genius. A strange observation about studio carpet begins this wild interview.
I say, changed the carpeting.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
fresh.
think, haven't they? Isn't it fresh?
No, we freshened up the set. a
These
little
are
bit.
patches from everywhere. We did this in therapy.
These are these are from the different shows that were canceled, and when they take the carpet, they just cut it off and bring it here, and we use it.
Psychiatric treatment jokes create instant, awkward tension on stage. Bizarre liquid consumption habits surface in his next memory. Fluids become normal beverages in his twisted past. Extreme disrespect toward local police follows this absurd confession. The arrogant drunk suspect insults a poor patrol vehicle. A twisted animal diet claim provides the final punchline.
I'm
8. When the final interview goes crazy, Jonathan Winters says goodbye. Jonathan Winters transforms this emotional farewell into another bizarre comic masterpiece. A strange wardrobe confession begins the historic final interview.
No costume tonight. I just decided to come out with a mixed array of things. One was, this was a fire sale, and shoes were taken off a guy. He was hit just once.
So a lot of good use in those shoes
Shirt I
yet.
bought.
Yeah. Well, you look
Very
very nice.
outstanding store, so at least it's me, I'm not kidding anybody. It's a total of $113 for
Well, that's
everything.
very nice. John, good to see you again.
The absurd fashion choices establish a wild, unpredictable mood. Bizarre childhood banking memories introduce a strange, nostalgic character next.
I do find as a kid, I was able to go up to the teller, whether it was Mr. Wardlow, I think was the teller in our bank, and he was a very precious man.
Yes.
And
Little quiet.
exactly, yeah. He squeezed my hand, and pennies automatically came out of the hand. And he'd just say, "Now,
Have you been saving, Johnny?
He got that look."
Sweet, nostalgic reflections become pure, dark humor without any warning. A violent construction accident ends the innocent bank teller story.
Somebody, well, when I say he got it, I mean somebody ran him out to the edge of town and he collapsed to failure.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Heavy construction guy got off the equipment and ran at him. But he knew he'd scare him to death, and he did.
Yeah.
Severe industrial trauma turns into complaints about modern computer systems. A dangerous mob debt explains his immediate need for cash.
And you say, I have $113. I'd like to get that because there's an Italian man outside, and he said, get it. So, and they don't kid around. So if you owe somebody, I happen to be Italian, picking on one denomination, you know, any time you owe some money, you want to get your money, $113.
Financial panic shifts toward a casual conversation about outdoor sports. His twisted perspective reveals zero sympathy for tiny aquatic life.
For the smaller fish.
I don't feel sorry for the smaller fish. I don't know why. It's almost like small people, you know, boom. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, you...
I
know you're kidding.
Animal cruelty jokes lead into another rapid character shift. An old rural farmer describes strange, acrobatic grooming habits next.
She's fun at packing hay in the summer.
Good.
Oh, yeah. She's got big feet. And she does her toenails.
Does it?
Yeah, when I'm watching a ball game, she's doing her nails.
Clipping the nails.
And big nails.
Big?
I've seen her hang upside down like a bat.
His imaginary wife performs bizarre physical feats during baseball games. A precocious schoolboy arrives to discuss inappropriate romantic relationships soon.
I'm going to be out pretty soon.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have a girlfriend yet?
Yeah, I've got a girlfriend in the 9th grade.
Well, that's the 9th grade.
I'm in the 3rd.
Isn't she a little old,
It
advanced?
doesn't make any difference.
Well, but...
Physically, she's gangbuster. This disturbed third-grade student pursues older women with supreme confidence. His brilliant madness leaves an unforgettable mark on television history. For over 30 years, Jonathan Winters proved he was the absolute master of unscripted chaos. He was the one guest who could consistently leave Johnny Carson in tears from laughter. His brilliant mind and bizarre characters left an unforgettable mark on television history. If you enjoyed this dive into his comedy genius, please like, subscribe, and share your favorite moment below.